I'm with Chief Kauser, who is the Chief of Mifflin Township Fire Department. Chief, tell me a little bit about issue 17 and what it'll provide for Gahanna residents.
Sure. Issue 17 is a transition from the fire department generally purchasing fire apparatus and ambulances and making building modifications using operating funds, which are almost always dedicated for staff, into a budget system where all capital expenses are managed separately, and that way both staff and equipment replacements can occur on schedule.
So this is the first time there's been a levy on that's just strictly for capital needs.
It is. The fire division over the last 35 years has grown up with the city and the unincorporated township, and we've been kind of in the building phase, and so as we begin to update buildings and as we replace fire apparatus, which are very expensive, we've kind of matured to the place where having two independent funds is better management of those funds and provides more transparency and understanding for the paying public.
So, and this will also reduce the need to go back on the ballot in 2 years, is that right?
It will. This particular ask, we expect when we separate capital from the operating funds, then essentially during the next levy cycle, which is coming up, we're able to reduce the overall rate for operations since we're splitting into two funding sources. And so not only are we addressing capital needs, we're also shifting the way we budget, and then this gives us an opportunity to extend the current operating levy 2 additional years until at least 2022 before we come back and discuss the next levy for, again, staffing and operational purposes.
Okay, well, I'm sure the residents want to know what the bottom line is.
Yeah.
How much is this going to cost them a year?
Yeah, absolutely. The total levy is going to generate about $600,000 annually, and that's enough to help us continue replacing apparatus and equipment and making facilities repairs on schedule, and we do that every year. We've got 1 or more projects going, and so that is a continuous levy. And the estimated costs are about $21 per year per $100,000 of home valuation. So we think it's a relatively small ask, given the amount of assets that we're responsible for, to protect the public with.
Okay, so it'll raise about $600,000 annually, and we were discussing earlier that would cover the cost of just one truck.
Yeah, so the cost of a fire engine today is right around $600,000. There could be another $150,000 to $200,000 worth of equipment just on top of that in order to, fire hose and nozzles and appliances. An ambulance like the one behind me here, this is about a $300,000 expense plus additional capital and equipment, life-saving equipment that is located in the back. We operate one ladder truck, and that's about twice the cost of a fire engine, and we operate one heavy rescue that's about another 50% more than the base cost of a fire engine. So the good news is we get about 8 to 10 years of frontline use out of a piece of fire equipment, and usually 5 to 6 years of backup reserve use, because fire trucks really never go out of service. When something is being repaired or down for preventive maintenance, we use the backup truck to make sure services aren't interrupted.
All right, great, thank you.